You can love well without carrying someone else's burdens, without carrying someone else's traumas, without carrying someone else's pain. You see, when you learn that it was never your job to carry the load for others, when you try to be God in someone else's life, it only leads you to be depleted, drained, and overgiving. It was never your job to be God in someone else's life. It is your job to guide them back to themselves so that they can heal their trauma, so they can heal their wounds, so they can heal their blockages that are preventing them from making the money they say they want. Because when you try to play God in someone else's life, well, I love them. I just love them. They're amazing, and I just want to do everything for them. I just want to help them. I just want them to see their value. You see their potential, and you think, I'm gonna fix this little bird's wings because they don't know how to do it on their own. And when you do that, not only are you carrying the load for yourself, you're carrying the load for everyone that you're trying to be God in their lives. And that gets exhausting. You wonder why you're so tired. You're not trusting them to do it for themselves. You're trying to be God in their life, and that will never work. You can't overgive or overlove someone to get them to see your value, to get them to love you. Can't overdo. Like for when we were raising our kids, we think if we could just make all their lessons go away, if we can prevent all their hardships, we know better, so we're trying to get them to be safe and make sure they don't go through any hardships. And that's just not the way it's designed. Think about your life and everything you've had to go through to get where you are today. If you wouldn't have had some hard lessons, you wouldn't be the person you are today. I wouldn't be as strong as I am today if I wouldn't have gone through what I went through. I had some tough lessons. I played God in people's lives. I tried to save everyone to a default. Almost lost everything. Lost myself. Lost my health for a while. When you try to be God in everybody's life, you're only abandoning yourself. The greatest gift you can give yourself is to trust yourself and be yourself and give to yourself. Fill your cup every day. Rest, recharge, work on your goals, work on your lifestyle, work on yourself. And when people come into your life, you use your discernment on how to handle the situation. But you're not there to save them. You're not there to fix them. You're not there to fall in love with potential. You're there to guide them back to themselves and let everyone that you encounter know that they have all the answers inside, but will they listen? It's not your job to control, manipulate, or get anyone to see their value. You guide them back to themselves, and whatever they do after that is their life. Not everybody is ready to heal. Not everybody wants a TED Talk when they see you. Not everybody's ready. to change their life. Some people just want to come and share all their trauma and pain on you, and you think it's your job to fix them. It's not. It's your job to listen and then guide them back to themselves. And the more you learn to do this for yourself, the greater you will be in relationships, because now you'll understand that it was never your job to allow others to come into your life and drain your energy. Once you know yourself, once you find yourself, once you find your alignment, once you find how to regulate your own nervous system, how to heal your own trauma, you realize that there was never anything you could have done for that person to make them a better person. It is and sometimes you spend years in relationships that you were never supposed to even be in, because you thought it was your job to fix them, because you didn't know how to fix yourself and you didn't know how to set healthy boundaries. So by stepping away, you learn how to do it for yourself, and then you're like, oh, okay, I get it now. It wasn't my job to overgive and overdo and overlove and control and manipulate and try to get people to be the way I wanted them to be so that I felt safe. Now you feel safe in yourself. Now you feel safe in your own skin, and you realize that people will come and go in your life, pass by, and maybe it's just for you to just give them a little message and then send them on their way. But you don't have to put people in your life that don't know who they are. And you're never going to be God in someone else's life and think that that's going to be a good relationship, because you'll constantly be feeling like you got to do this, you got to do more, you got to do this, and that leads to exhaustion. So work on yourself. Work on yourself. Stay single. Work on yourself. And trust and believe that when the new relationship comes, you have great discernment and you can see where they are in their life, and you get to choose whether or not that will work for you without you being God in their life. If you're finding yourself having to they just don't know what's going on, then that's not for you. You want to be able to trust that they are the leader of their own life so that they're qualified to lead you. And until you find that, you're good. Keep working on yourself, keep loving on yourself, and keep doing everything you can to strengthen the bond with yourself, the love with yourself, so that moving forward you can trust yourself in all situations. Cheers. I love you. That's your message.